Hi everyone, how's it going? I'm Desiree. What I have for you today is a movement sequence where we're going to be focusing on opening up the chest, getting into the arms, and working on a back bend. What you need is a practice space that's a little larger than normal, somewhere where you can reach the arms and legs out past your mat space without any disruptions or what are those things called? Interferences and 2 blocks. Once you are in your favorite practice space and have all your belongings close by, we're going to start in a supported virasana. So a supported virasana is going to be with the legs together, right? The thighs, the knees together, and the shins out wide. So if I come to the side, right, this is what it's going to look like. I'm going to sit on the widest part of my block. My sit bones, my pelvis, everything is supported evenly. Bring your attention up to the heels, right, in that inner line of the foot, right, and then lengthen from the heel to the big toe. Take your hands onto your knees and lightly pull up on the skin on the knees to just create a little more space between the shins and the floor. Allow your arms to heavy down by your sides and rest the hands on your lap, palms up or down. Bring your attention onto the back body all the way up to the tops of the shoulders, and think about everything from the shoulders down to the tip of the tailbone getting really long. And then bring your attention up onto the pelvis, right? And think of lifting all the way up to the tips of the shoulders. This way you have this cyclical action of length on both the front and the back body. Wrap your upper arms in towards the chest and then lift the sternum up away from the navel. Go ahead and close the eyes. Turn your attention onto your breath. Make your inhales as even as your exhales. And breathe at a calm and easy pace. Go ahead and open up your eyes. All right. So we're going to start by playing with some internal and external rotation of the arms. Right? External rotation would be the whole upper arm bone initiating the movement to move away from the midline. Right? So the palm typically faces up and maybe even out. Right, so the internal rotation would be where the upper arm bone turns in towards the body, right? So the palm generally faces down or back, depending on your range of motion. So with the arms down by your sides, right, find a little more of that external rotation, right? So the palms face forward. And press the arms up towards the sky, right? So we're gonna work on a diagonal here. And then when they're up, find that internal rotation, so the upper arm bones turn in towards the body, right? Palms face back, right? And then press the arms down and back behind you like you're pressing through something thick to bring your arms on a diagonal. And then we're gonna repeat this, right? So you're gonna go up and open with the external rotation, right? And then you're gonna go down and back with the internal rotation. So every time that you come, bring the arms back behind you, right? You want to think of having like a block in between your arms that you're squeezing, right? And in a moment, we're actually going to be doing that. And then give me one more up, and then one more down, and then rest the arms. Grab onto your block, right? Take the block in your right hand, right? And we're gonna find that internal rotation with the arms back behind us. Pass the block into your left hand, right? And then find that external rotation, take the arms up. You're gonna pass blocks to the other hand, right? Find that internal rotation. So you're gonna continue this flow for a few rounds till I say so. But again, we're still moving at that rhythm, right, with the internal and external rotation. And then make this round your last. Right, and then you're gonna pause with the arms down, right, and the block in the left hand. All right, now we're gonna reverse this, right? So pass the block to the right, and then take it up, pass it over to the left. And then once more. And then you'll pause with the arms down by your side, block in the left hand. Now we're going to take that block in between both hands, right? So I'm just going to come and show you. So now the hands are framing the block on the short ends, right? So the widest width, we're holding the block by the widest width. Press the hands into the block. Keep the arms as straight as you can, right? And then any amount that you can lift the chest up, right? Lengthen through the sides of the waist, lift the chest up so the sternum reaches away from the navel. And then remove the block, place it down by your side, and pause. Take a deep breath in, followed by a deep breath out. So we're gonna make our way down onto the floor, onto our bellies. And, oops. So this is where you're gonna need all that like extra space, right? Because we're gonna go really wide here. So for now, just rest on your forearms, right? And reach the tailbone down towards the heels, right? Take your hands back by your ribs. So you're in a cobra. And then very slowly lower yourself down to the ground. All right, bring the forehead down. Extend the right arm long. Keep the legs firm where they are. And then you're going to use the left hand, right? Just you can also just watch first. Right. So you can use the left hand to help roll yourself onto your side. Now, depending on your range of motion, right? Like, I'm very well aware that this can be an intense stretch for some people, right? So you are going to decide and experiment, right, with your range of motion and how you feel supported, right? So it may be an option to take the foot back behind you, right, or even in front of you with the leg bent. You may need to take this the arm forward, more wide, right? Wherever you're going to feel balanced and supported. When you find that support, right, you're going to walk the right arm away from the body, right? Lengthening from the armpit to the fingertips, Find a little more space in the neck and the head. And then come back to center. Take the right arm in, extend the left arm, right? Roll onto your side. Experiment and find your stability. And then when you do find it, extend the left arm a little longer. So reach long from the armpit out through the fingertips. And then adjust the head so you have a bit more space between the neck, the shoulders, the ears, that whole general region. And then come back onto the belly. Take the hands down by the ribs, reach the elbows back and wrap the arms in towards the chest, or the ribs, the sides of the chest. All right, and then root the pubic bone into the ground, lift the chest up, cobra. Reach long from the pelvic floor all the way out to the big toes. And then lift a little taller from the pubis, the navel, and the sternum. And then very slowly roll yourself down. Come onto the forearms. So elbows under the shoulders. Legs are still long and strong. So support yourself with your left arm. You may need to take it across your body. And then reach the right arm forward. Find that internal rotation, right? And then sweep the right arm back to meet the thigh. Just bring it back to touch, any amount that you can. And then to bring the arm back up front, right, we're gonna find that external rotation while it's back, sweep it forward, and then come down onto the forearm. And then switch sides, so bring the right arm across the body, reach the left arm forward, right? So as you reach and lift up, right, your low belly, everything in this control center, in this lower area is supporting you up. Right, so left arm reaches forward, you're gonna find that internal rotation, press the arm back, just touch the thigh, or bring the arm as close to the leg as possible. And then to bring the arm forward, find that external rotation, sweep it forward, left to meet the right. We're gonna do this once more on each side. So left arm forward, right arm forward, internal rotation, sweep it back. And maybe you can even support and lift yourself up a little further from the ground. Bring that right arm forward, take it down, switch to the left side, internal rotation, sweep it back, grow taller. Sweep the arm forward, take it down, even out the arms, right? And then roll yourself down to the ground. Take the hands back by the ribs, tuck the toes, reach the tailbone long, and press up to all fours or straight up to plank. Come onto the knees, and then we're going to turn around and make our way onto our back. Alright, so have the knees bent, feet on the floor, right, legs parallel here. And Yeah. All right, press down through the feet, right? But find that lift through the inner line of the foot and the entire leg up to the pelvic floor, right? And then one by one, or not one by one, but very slowly, you're gonna roll yourself down to the ground with control. And take your arms down by your sides, step your feet in, find evenness on your spine, and find a neutral pelvis. So keep your arms close to your body, palms planted on the floor, and then press your upper arms into the ground. All right, so you should feel, what I want you to look for or find is this lift in the sides of the chest, right below the armpit. The sides of the chest here lift up. And then go ahead and relax the arms, right? Press the arms down into the ground, chest lifts. So we're just gonna do this a few times. Think cat-cow, right? Without the cow, or without the cat. We're not rounding forward here, but we're more just expanding through the chest. All right, and then give me one more. And then pause, right? Come back to neutral. Take a deep breath in, followed by a deep breath out. Press down through the feet. At the same time, lift the hips up and then roll all the way up to the tops of the shoulders. So outer hips hug in, and grow long from the inner thigh out through the knee. Press the upper arm bones into the ground, right? Lift through the sides of the chest, elongate from the entire front of the body. From the inner line of the feet and the legs, right? This is going to be more energetic, but think of pressing into the outer edges of the legs, right? So like you're pressing into like framework. And then very slowly, right, you're going to shift the weight on the back to bring the sacrum down to the floor. Step the feet forward, so the knees are still bent, but just a little wider of a distance between the seat and the feet. Lift the chest, lift the head, right? So we're digging into the abdominals right now. Lift the chest, lift the head, right? And then lift the body up so you come onto the forearms. Right. Elbows under shoulders. So press into the feet, right, lift the hips, and then just rock forward and backward. Right, but keep the chest lifted. Press the forearms into the ground. Keep the gaze soft and forward towards the thighs. And then come back to center. Lower the hips down. Walk the arms back straight, and then slowly lower yourself to the ground. Take a deep breath in, and a deep breath out. Go ahead and straighten the right leg. Straighten the left leg. Reach out through the heels, right? Legs are going to be straight and strong. Reach out through the heels, flex the feet, right? Bring the pinky toes towards the face. We're gonna roll ourselves up to sit, and we're gonna come up into a Dandasana, staff pose. So how we're gonna get there, all right, is that you're gonna dig deep into your control center, deep into the leg muscles, deep into your center of gravity, right, to pull yourself up. All right, so we're gonna start by lifting the chest, lift the head, right, dig, 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 pull yourself up, right, and then come to this right angle. Once you're up, right, if you need to adjust, right, because the skin kind of pulls down, just return back to staff. All right, we're gonna come into a seated twist from here. All right, so start to twist the belly from left to right. Keep the hips, keep the feet even. Think of pressing the feet into like a wall. All right, so twist the belly left to right. Take the right arm back behind you. Find that external rotation, right? And then take the left hand onto the outer edge of the leg, right? And use that connection as traction to help open up more through the ribs and chest. And then untwist, come back to center. Second side, so twist the belly from right to left. Plant the hand, find that external rotation of the arm, right? And then the right hand comes to the left leg. That traction you'll use to open up more through the ribs, the shoulders. Keep the breath soft and calm. Stay even on the inhales and exhales. Untwist, come back to center. Bend the knees, plant the feet. I'm just gonna slide back a little. All right, bend the knees, plant the feet. All right, take your hands back behind you. All right, so have the palms facing towards the feet, or the fingers facing towards the feet, right? Or you can even take them slightly wider. From here, right, press the hands into the ground, extend through the arms. So we want to have strong arms, but not locked arms, right? All right, press down through the feet, right? Lift the hips. We're going to come up to a reverse tabletop. Extend through the sides of the chest. Reach the sternum away from the navel, and then reach long through the inner thighs, out through the knees. Lift the back body into the front body. Slowly lower down. Pause here. We're going to do this 2 more times. So connect with your hands, connect with your feet. Right, start to press the hips up, extend through the legs, extend through the trunk. Find a breath that's calm and soft. And then come back down. All right, we're going to do this 1 more time. All right. So press through the hands, press through the feet. All right, lift everything up. Take the heads of the shoulders away from the midline, just like you're grabbing that block behind you. And then go ahead, lower down. Extend the right leg, extend the left leg. Take the arms down by your sides and just pause. This Dandasana can just be very easy, very simple. It doesn't have to be so structured and rigid. But just pause, take a breath, recalibrate. Take your hands to the backs of your knees. Bring the soles of the feet together. If you prefer, you can come really close to the heels or to the feet, right, for a Baddha Konasana, or you can stay wider for a Tadasana. But either one, regardless, press the soles of the feet together. Right, lift up tall through the trunk, and then on an exhale, right, with the control center engaged, fold forward. So as you're here in this shape, right, you're going to reach long through the inner thigh, out through the knee. Lift a little longer through the sides of the trunk to bring yourself a little closer to the legs. Pull yourself up to sit. Pause here, being upright. Take the hands to the outer edges of the knees. Bring the legs together. Interlace the hands around the shins. Or just hold on to the shins. Sit up tall, right? And then just start to round and fold forward, rolling yourself into a little ball. Bring the head towards the knees. The upper back to round, the lower back to soften. Start to hollow out the front of the body. Get rounder in the entire back. Start to pull everything back to center. Return to how we started. Close your eyes. Cross your shins. Right, so Sukhasana, easy pose. And then tilt the head over to the right. Tilt the head over to the left. Make circles going to the right. And then to the left. And then come back to center. Turn the face to the right. Come back to center. Take the face to the left. Come back to center. Change the crossing of the legs. Pause here for a few moments. Tune back into your breath. Find that pattern of breathing with the equal inhale and exhale. That soft, calm breath for a soft, calm mind. Go ahead and open up your eyes. Thank you so much for sharing your practice with me. If you have any comments, questions, feedback, I would love to hear from you. Thank you so much again, and enjoy the rest of your day.